Hi there. Sorry, I'm concentrating on two things, and I hope you will forgive me. So a bit of a different angle today, because I am packing. I am upstairs packing like a wild thing. We only have a couple of days left, so I am trying to get as much done as possible, trying to multitask, and I hope you don't mind. There will be a little bit more of this once the move is over and done with. Something just dropped and I don't know what it was. Yeah, there'll be a bit more multitasking because I will be in the studio. Yay! Well, I'm calling it a studio. It's not a studio. It's a home office. It's nothing fancy. But it will be a better setup than me stood in the kitchen recording with all of the noise. So I wanted to check in and see how you are. How are you? How have you been? Because I have been somewhat absent. This is null binding, by the way. Purely because we have really been up against it time-wise, between, you know, my other half's work and my work and kids, and I have moved so much in my life, way more than your average person. I have moved, this will be move 38, I think, in 43 years. And you know, I don't have I quite like packing. I do, I quite like packing, but it has been a lot harder with kids around. So I've had less time for you, and I apologise about that. That's, you know, I feel like I have neglected you, and I really wanted to apologise about that. But it's all for good. We will be moving to what will be a very long-term, if not forever, home, which is wonderful. And we are very lucky, very, very privileged to be able to do it. I will have a dedicated space for you all. But at the moment, I am just putting one foot in front of the other, right? We both are. We're both so tired. Packing and cleaning, especially since we've been here 8 years. I don't know about you, but I accumulated a lot of crap. So, you know, going through things and getting organised and moving stuff over, you know, we're very lucky that we don't have to get everything out and move on the same day. We've got a little bit of a crossover. We'll be without internet for a few days. So I'm going to do my best to upload, depending on how my 5G, 4G is over there. The problem is, like, the house isn't that far away from where we currently live, but the 4G and 5G is terrible over there. We're moving in that direction. So I'm going to do my absolute best to keep uploading, and I will have more time for you. But what I really wanted to talk about, kind of 4 minutes into the video, sorry, is the fact that, you know, sometimes we all go through periods of time where we just have to put one foot in front of the other. I'm not alone in that. I know that everyone goes through those periods of time, and I wanted to just let you know you are not alone. Sometimes the situation doesn't allow us to take the rest we need, and we just have to keep going. I crashed yesterday. Physically, I am not great, but you've got to keep pushing through. And I wanted to remind you that, you know, you aren't alone, that we all go through these situations, but to remember to plan for when you come out the other side. We get so wrapped up in the next job we forget that this too shall pass. We will, you know, come out the other side, and there will be this kick out, this unbelievable moment of relief when it's all over, and then you feel at a loose end, because you haven't planned for the next phase. Oh, this one's gonna be heavy. Antique sewing machine. So yeah, take a moment while you're doing stuff. Take a moment to remind yourself that this will pass, and make a plan for how you're going to deal with that fatigue, how you're going to deal with the adrenaline kick out and everything else, because that's just as important as getting through this moment. For me, once the move is over and the essentials are unpacked, I can take a breath. I can rest a little bit and organize myself to pace as I'm unpacking the rest of it. It was my birthday a couple of days ago, so my sister-in-law, who I adore, organized for her and me we're going to a hotel. We're going to have a spa day. We haven't got like fancy massages or anything booked. We're just going to hang out by the pool and talk. Maybe go for a swim. But it's a chance for us to reconnect and bond, which is really important. And also to get us both away from responsibility after all of this packing and moving and all of that shenanigans and the stress of getting the house. And then when I get back, I can, my other half is booked for me to go and get a piercing. Yay! It's my first piercing in 10 years, maybe 11 years. And I'm very much looking forward to that. And then that's on my way home from my weekend away. And then after that, I can pace myself. And I'm having to remind all of us that this too shall pass. This is, I mean, honestly, I am not going to show you the rest of the room because it is just piles of stuff and bin bags. But this will pass. We can get through this. Despite my crash yesterday, we can get through this, and it is all for, you know, an amazing reason. And, you know, when, let's adjust that. Once it's all over, we will have this amazing space to work in, and it'll be separated from, you know, where we sleep or relaxation areas like the living room. And that's going to be huge. The post just arrived. And that's going to be huge. You know, I'm not going to have all of the things that I want in the studio, but I will have that space. And he's going to have his space for design work and everything else. So focusing on the positives and the fact that, you know, we have to get through the crud before we can have all of the good stuff. It is taking a massive toll on my body. My skin is splitting open all over the place. You know, I'm bruised, I am battered, but we can get there. If you want to connect, then you can do that in the comments. You can send me an email. All of my contact information is in the description. If you want to get involved in helping to fund the new studio, you can. You can send a one-off donation, or you can become a cheerleader for the community and sign up via Coffee. The link is in the description. For I think it's £3 a month. You can, you know, they call it buy me a coffee, but that money goes towards running the channel, upgrading tech, getting the streaming setup sorted, so you can do that. I will be posting videos, but it will be sporadic between now and kind of 8th or 9th of June, when we get Wi-Fi stuff sorted, because apparently it takes forever to set that up. But you can do it. If you are going through a hard time and you are putting one foot in front of the other, I feel you, I see you, you are doing a great job. Remember to take a moment and plan for the kick out afterwards. And if you want me to discuss any topics, you want some behind the scenes stuff as I'm unpacking and sorting out the office, then let me know in the comments. You are doing a great job. And remember to take a little bit of sunshine from good days and put it in your back pocket for bad days. And I will speak to you soon.